Hey guys, I just watched the video and it said it was these guys that were carrying signs and said socialism isn't cool, and they were trying to hand them out, and people on a massive scale were rejecting them. Almost every person in the line rejected them, said no, socialism is cool, it's awesome, it's amazing. This is my thought on this. If someone decided, if you made a product and you worked really hard, I mean, you busted your hump and you made the money for it, and I mean, you worked really hard for it and you got the money and you made the money and you made that happen. And then someone came in and said, okay, listen, you made all this money by making this product and you worked really hard and you created this thing and you made it. I'm gonna come in and I'm going to take that money that you made. I'll give you a portion of it. I'll give you like 30-40% of it. The rest of it, I'm going to go give it to other people that we deem need it. Other people that we think need it. And they just hand it off and they give it to somebody else. How would you feel? And be honest. Don't sit there and be like, oh, I would be fine with it. I would totally be fine if they took my money from me. Be honest. I mean, would you truly, really be okay with someone taking your, the money you earn, you work hard for, and they give it to somebody to say doesn't work? And now, no, don't get me wrong. I think that people should help those out that are in need. I mean, that's what Christians do. That's what the church should do. Is we should help those who are less fortunate, those who, the widows, the poor, the destitute, all those folks. I think we should definitely help. But when we're forced to, and you're told, okay, listen, this is what it is, this is how it's going to go. Your money, I'm going to take the money that you worked for, and I'm going to redistribute it. I'm going to give it to somebody else that we feel, the government, someone else feels that is worthy of having it. Maybe somebody that doesn't agree with you, maybe somebody that lives a completely different lifestyle than you. They're going to give that money that you worked for, and they're going to give it to someone else. They're going to give it to somebody else. So my thought on this is people say, oh, socialism's cool, socialism's awesome, socialism's cool, and people wear the hammer and sickle t-shirts and all the different things that they do to say that socialism's amazing. I really honestly don't think that they consider that, and that if I came into their house and started taking stuff out of their house saying, hey, you've got a great clock here, and I know a lady down the street who needs this clock more than you do, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to redistribute it, and I'm going to give it to somebody else. If that's what we ended up doing, I mean, if we thought about it from that perspective, if people just came into our homes and started taking things from our homes, your home, your specific house where you live, where you have all your possessions, your video games, your television, your DVDs, your CDs, your computers, your everything that you have, video cameras, everything, and they said, man, I know somebody else who needs this stuff more than you do, needs it more than you do, and that's what we're gonna give it to somebody else. How would you feel? I contend that most of us would feel rage and anger if our personal possessions were taken from us by someone else by force. This is what socialism is. Do your homework on socialism. The people that say, oh, socialism is wonderful, you're not thinking about it. It looks sexy, it looks cool, like it's helping it's helping the less fortunate. I agree that we should help the less fortunate, but I do not think that we should be forced to help people that we don't feel need our help. I think that is something that we should be out of our flow, that should flow from our hearts, and that we should be able to give to those we feel need to be given to. We should never be arm twisted and say, oh, you have to give. That's not America. That's not what we are. That's not even Christianity. Christianity was never an arm twisting. You give them money. People say, oh, Jesus was a socialist. Jesus was never a socialist. He never twisted arms. He never twisted arms, ever. Now, am I against greed? You better believe it. Am I against oppression of the poor? You better believe it. But to come in and force someone to do something that they don't want to do and give money to somebody that they don't necessarily agree with is so silly, and it's wrong. So that's my thought on socialism. That's just that's where I stand. So see you guys.